so many people that do the mukbangs, you know, and you know they eat on the video, and like millions of people watch them eating and like just chatting.
Anyway, we are in lunch break, just recording some videos, some shorts, some reels, and we've just got this tea from Taiwan. And can you read it?
Oh God,
Huang Xin Oolong.
Okay, that's your
Yellow.
writing.
No, it's not mine. Is from Simon, the producer. It means yellow heart oolong. And people know that Yixing, which means kind of green heart, is the most famous and more widespread cultivar in Taiwan. And here we have the yellow heart. It's really a cultivar, it really is, but not really a famous one. It's actually almost completely extincted. It was popular in the beginning of the 20th century and during the Japanese era, and it was at that time mainly used for export. And Simon, who is the producer, I would say even the artist behind this tea, he likes to go and search for very remote and unique cultivars in Taiwan, and they spotted these in the Miaoli province. And I tasted it for the first time this morning, and I would
You
like
like
you
it?
to try it as well. You tell me. I don't want to influence you.
But then you tell me after.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I will. So it's boiling water, I think. Let me see.
Do you want a sandwich?
Yeah. Whatever. From what I noticed this morning, different than or similarly to Ui, which is another cultivar in Taiwan, it's a cultivar that requires quite some brewing time. Like it's not the type of tea that you want to flash brew. And I think it's certainly related with the way the tea was processed in the Fanjuan method, but also can be related to the cultivar itself. 100 degrees, all right. I don't suggest actually washing the leaves. You can just even drink the first brew. And looking at my watch, we will leave it for at least a minute, maybe longer. And I have 5 grams in here.
Wow.
It's pretty much.
So it's not that strong, I'm assuming.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, it's releasing a little bit slower than other,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that at the end is less strong. Yeah. So we'll have to see what we get out of it. Red or green?
I've been drinking from both.
You've been drinking from both.
This one. I mean, you choose.
Fine. Can go with the red one.
I like the smell.
The leaves look like fallen autumn leaves. You know, very yellowish, brownish, copper colors, a little bit. Yeah,
That's true.
it's like you would have collected the leaves in the forest, right? In the
Yeah,
undergrowth.
that's true. Very earthy.
Yeah.
God, it's
Yeah.
an egg.
Big mess are you doing there?
Yeah, it's the egg, you know.
It's the egg. So 1.5 minutes, even a few seconds more.
Maybe I should have cleaned my mouth before. After all this sandwich. It's hot.
Yeah, we're not drinking it in ideal condition
Exactly,
with the eggs
was...
and. Mhm. It's interesting because with respect to the brew that I did in the morning, that was lighter. Here, I well, I know how it is processed. That's the thing, you know. This Fanjuan processing is also it is a fermented tea. The leaves were fermented before drying, and this fermentation brings like in the mouth. It reminds GABA for those that know the taste of GABA tea, but it has it's almost like a little bit sparkling to me with respect to other teas. Well, this morning, by doing shorter brew, it was very oily and viscous in the mouth. And now I get more movement, but you know, for me maybe it's easier because I have the comparison.
But at the end, I still think it's oily. It's very oily. The last sip. But I like it.
You can tell it tastes very different than this morning, although it is exactly the same bag of tea.
Which one do you prefer?
It's difficult. I think that the shorter brew brought more of a sweetness, yeah, candy sweetness. And here the tea is showing its depth. Also, this morning I made shorter and I had a little bit less grams, so I think that's the type of tea where you want to experiment a little bit and find out what's really the proper brewing for you. It has a lot to offer, and by tuning the brewing, you can also tune the taste.
Are they all coming from the same region? This one?
This comes from Miaoli region in Taiwan. They
Yeah.
are not coming from the same region.
Okay.
It's just Simon searched a lot to find this cultivar again, and he just found it in the Miaoli region, and which is probably where originally Fanjuan processing was done. And Fanjuan is this ancient way of processing oolong in Taiwan, where the tea is oxidized and fermented longer than usually, and you can tell that the leaves are no more green, right? You can see there is a certain level of fermentation, oxidation, you call it, but see all those brown spots there. Yeah. Okay, I will do this a tiny bit shorter because the leaves are opening up. The sun is coming.
Hopefully. Still so cloudy. I have to remember the ice in the refrigerator.
Did you put it in?
Because it was melting in the bus.
Yeah.
I was just there with a bag of ice.
Start with a bag of ice, you're right with a bag of water.
Yeah. These are so different, these leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that the leaf is properly oxidized. See all the brown fringes on the side. I'll leave it in, even if I touch it. The only downside of the tea is the price.
Oh, really?
It's super expensive, yeah. So on one side, it would be nice to experiment with the tea, but you don't really want to experiment to the level where it's not tasty because every gram counts.
How much is that thing?
I wasn't prepared for the video, so I didn't calculate yet which will be the price because it just got in. But I know the wholesale price, which is very high, and It was very laborious for Simon to find the tea, and the processing is also taking the whole day and the whole night. He stay up the whole night. And I remember when he was texting me from the car on the way to the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
And the production is extremely little. So little that actually this tea was just made for us. It's not available on any other platform. So, like I feel also the privilege, right? I met Simon in person last year when I was traveling in Taiwan, and he found this rare cultivar and proposed to process this batch just for us.
Wow. So there's so little that they could just do it for one client. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we could have split and could have kept a little bit and sell it on his platform, but this specific batch was done just for us. Now, I don't know if he went back to the garden. This was the first time that he processed this tea and did it again in the future, but it's certainly more on the fruity side than on the floral side for me. It reminds me a little bit of apple pie. I don't know why,
Sure.
but it reminds me apple pie. Savory apple pie.
Yeah, I don't know about apple pie, but something sweet and vanilla, like some kind of
Yeah, the sweetness is there.
cakes.
Ah. Shall we continue?
What?
Checking what videos to do next.
No, it's so oily. For me, it's so oily.
I had this sensation in the morning, like it was like really like the texture super thick in the mouth, right? Like it will be really
Like olive oil.
like olive oil, yeah. All right,
Shall we stop?
bye guys.